Hi everyone, welcome back to Taraji Eco Farm. Today we have a very exciting video. We are going to show you how we grow over 30 different crops on a very small piece of land to feed a family of 4. So come with us and see how we make maximum use of a very small piece of land. Right, so to start with, here we have some plantain bananas. And the beautiful thing is that we've already started getting suckers. I can see 2 of them. So that's very exciting for us. So we planted 2 plantain. So we have this one and we have one right there. Planted at the same time, but the growth rate is very different. Not sure why, but quite excited that we're actually getting some suckers. Now, next to the plantain, on this area, we have a lot of strawberries. From some are very newly planted and some are already producing fruit, and we've intercropped them with spring onions. So yesterday I made a point of counting how many plants are here, the ones that I could visibly see that I've planted here, and I counted over 42 plants in this area, and I still have a bit of area to do, like maybe 3 more plants there and maybe 3 more. So by the end of it all, we'll have about 50 plants of strawberries on this area. So you can see they've already started producing fruits. Actually, we harvest about, say, a handful of fruits every day at the farm because we have so many strawberry plants. But then we've been dealing with a bit of issues. So we have a lot of strawberries. You can see like this one is very big. We have a lot of strawberries that are being eaten by some pests or snails. I'm not sure what's going on, but what's really eating these ones. But we have a lot of it. So every day we come to harvest, maybe for every 10, we have about 2 that have such an issue. So if you've experienced the same, you can let us know in the comment section what you've done. For us, we've intercropped with spring onions, hoping that they are going to deter some of those pests. So one of the things that we are most proud of is that all these strawberries that you can see here, plus others that you're going to see, came from 2 plants. So we got 2 plants from my mom, and that's what we've been using to reproduce all these strawberries that you can see. And for the last like 1 month, we've actually been harvesting strawberries on the farm every single day. So we harvest for use on the same day. But since our plants are really growing, the number of plants that we have, at some point we will definitely have to start making strawberry jam because I think we'll have excess strawberries on the farm. Yes, so on this area, we have our green bananas, and we actually have one that's going to be ready very soon. We'll give you a close-up on that one. And then we also have a patch of arrowroots here. I suspect on this area we could have over 100 or so arrowroot plants in different areas, but on this same small farm. Then next to these arrowroots, we have the ripening variety of bananas that we also got from Muranga, and they've also started producing suckers. So that one has a sucker, this one already has a sucker, so we are very excited about it. So now I've shown you the plantain, I've shown you the green bananas, and I've shown you the ripening variety. And I've also shown you the strawberries and spring onions that we have actually intercropped, and now these arrowroots. So let's get to see the other crops that we are growing on this small farm. Yes, so next to where we have our strawberries, we actually have a bed that has quite some carrots. If you're new to this channel, we plant our crops continuously. So you'll find, for example, in this bed, we have carrots that are almost ready to eat. Then in another bed, we have others that will be ready later on. And then we are also planting new carrots like that. So we always have something to harvest every time we come to the farm. So we have carrots here and some bulb onions. I just tested to see whether some of the carrots are ready to pick, and I can see we'll be eating carrots from this bed. You can see, not a bad size. So we'll be harvesting carrots from this bed. And that's really exciting. So at least for the next couple of weeks, we have a source of carrots on our farm. Now, so next to this bed, we have this plantain that I think you saw on the previous clip. But then now we have this loquat tree. Uh, on this area, we have two loquat trees. This one is smaller than the other one, so you'll get to see the other one as well. Yeah, so in a very small piece of land. Next to the loquat tree, if you can see down here, we have some sugarcane, some that's almost ready to eat. And then that's the fence for this land. And then next to the sugarcane that you just saw, we have this mango tree. We had seen some flowers. Looks like they all dropped off, but we are looking forward to harvesting some mangoes. On this area of the farm, we only have two mango trees. This is the biggest. So this is the biggest. The other one is about this height. So next to this mango tree, we have this apple tree that is yet to bear fruit. By the way, we are not experts at growing apple trees, but we've successfully grown one fruit from another apple tree elsewhere on the farm. But on this area of the farm, we only have one apple tree. So next to where we have the mango trees and the apple tree, obviously at some point this mango tree is going to be big and there's probably going to be some shade, and we'll see what branches to retain. But just a few steps from where they are, we have another patch of arrowroot that you've started. So it could accommodate like 10 more plants. So we have different arrowroots at different stages. Some will be ready to harvest probably in a month, and then we'll have others in the subsequent month. Then these ones have a long while to go. Most of them have just been transplanted from the existing suckers from other arrowroots. So behind me is a bed that has a couple of things, which I'm just going to show you. And then after I show you that bed, we are going to harvest something else that's very exciting for us. So this is the bed. It's a raised bed. It has about 4 or 5 varieties of crops. We start off with these gooseberries. So you can see all these fruits. Look at all those fruits. This is what plant. Then we have another plant there. So many fruits. These ones, so these ones we usually harvest on a daily basis, just like the strawberries. And I can see today we don't have any ripe ones, but I'm sure in the next couple of days we'll have a few. Then on the same bed, so I've shown you 2 gooseberry plants. We also have another one there. So there are 3 gooseberry plants on the same bed, producing multiple fruits. These are actually volunteer plants. We don't actively plant gooseberries on the farm. But I think at the moment we probably have say close to 10 plants. We don't maintain a lot of them. We actually usually uproot when they grow in excess. Now, next to the gooseberries, we have another patch of carrots and more spring onions. So you can see the different kind of crops that we've shown you so far. Quite a variety on a very small piece of land. So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to harvest something exciting, which is also a crop that we grow on this small piece of land. Yes, so next to the bed that I just showed you, we have this amazing hibiscus that we've been using to make hibiscus tea. And I'm going to harvest quite a bit of it. It's a lot. We've been getting a lot of hibiscus from these very few crops. I think maybe around how many? Maybe 40 crops, I'm not sure. Just an estimation. So we are going to harvest quite a bit of hibiscus from here. They've done really well. It's the first time we grew them on the farm a couple of months ago, and we've been harvesting quite a lot. Oh, these are a lot of hibiscus. So I just want you to appreciate how much you are getting from a single plant. So this is one plant here. Currently has one, two, three, four, five branches. They call branches, and so many flowers, as you can see. So we really appreciate the kind of harvest that we've been getting from our hibiscus. One of the things that as a farmer you are proud of is when you grow something and it produces in excess of even what you had expected. When you were planting hibiscus, we had no idea how much we'd be able to harvest at a go, but now it just keeps surprising us. So we are able to harvest a lot of hibiscus every other time. So recently we've been reading quite a bit about hibiscus. We are meant to understand that this is the Roselle, am I pronouncing it correctly? Roselle variety, and it has quite a lot of health benefits. You can Google that for yourself. I'm not a medical doctor, but it has a lot of health benefits. So, and it's quite tasty as well. So that's why we like it. My first encounter with hibiscus tea was, I took it because it was tasty, extremely tasty. I love the taste, and that's what led us to grow our hibiscus. But then over time, we've come to discover it has quite some amazing health benefits. So that's a plus for us. Look at all these hibiscus that we've been able to harvest today. We actually didn't finish harvesting. We are going to finish harvesting, and most likely we are going to dry a majority of it. We'll make some fresh ones today and dry the rest. And as we keep harvesting, we'll keep drying just so that we have sufficient for use every other day. So I'll go to the next thing. Next to the hibiscus, we have some more sugarcane, more sugarcane. So on this small piece of land, we have like four, I think called batches or bunches of sugarcane, which could equate to around over 100 canes of sugarcane. So that's what we have currently on this area. So next to these ones, we also have this kienyeji avocado tree. Actually becomes quite a big fruit, this size. We have this one here. We have one right next to the fence. Then we have this one that will probably go. One of these needs to go, and most likely it will be this one. On this area, we had about 5 plants. We already cut down 2 others because of excess shading. And the ideal is to just have 2 trees. So probably this one and the one next to the fence. This one could go. So we'll see as we go along on our self-sufficiency journey. Okay. So here we have some popcorn, and right next to the popcorn, we have a plum tree over there. It's a plum tree. Then we also have a pear tree that, hey, this one, there's a time it was looking very healthy. We don't know what happened to it. We've been trying to take care of it, but it's not responding very well. These are pear plant. So we have those 3 crops here. And then in this channel, so next to the popcorn, we have a channel. And the reason why we have channels on our farm is because our land is very steep. And we thought we should plant something inside them. So we have some lemongrass. This is the lemongrass. Usually has an interesting fragrance. We use it for our tea. It's very nice as well. So on the farm, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batches of lemongrass. But the interesting thing is, if we wanted to add more, you can see it produces a lot more on the side. So just pick and plant elsewhere if you wanted to produce more lemongrass on the farm. So we are not limited in the amount of lemongrass that we can grow. So next to this plum tree, by the way, it once produced 1 plum. we've been waiting for it to produce fruits. So anyway, next to that plum tree, we have some empty space here that we need to figure out what to put here. So you can see we are not yet done with utilization of the land. But we have this loquat tree. Actually, we have, I think, 2 loquat trees on this area. And then we have these pineapples here. So let me tell you something about pineapples. If you're not a patient person, pineapples are going to teach you patience because they've been here for quite a long time and we haven't gotten our first fruit yet. But we can see they've been getting bigger. So we hope very soon we'll get our very first pineapple plants. So over here, we probably have like 20 plants, 20 pineapple plants. And then we'll show you, we have other smaller pineapples, probably around 15 of them. So we wanted to also stagger them. And I'm thinking maybe even this area, we could start planting some new pineapples so that we have 3 patches of pineapples. We'll see about that anyway. Currently we have 2. These are the biggest. And pineapples are going to teach you a lot of patience. And we are really looking forward to actually harvesting our first pineapples at Taraji Eco Farm. So next to the pineapples, we have a raised bed. And on this raised bed, we purely have sweet potatoes. So this is we have 2 varieties, the white and the yellow flesh sweet potatoes, which we've been growing for the last 3 years. We've been growing them on the farm. This bed has been very good in producing very nice, big sweet potatoes. And we just feed it with a lot of compost from the farm. But once we harvest these sweet potatoes the next time, we'll probably use the bed for something else. But for now, we have these sweet potatoes. And right next to the sweet potatoes, we have this passion fruit structure here. This is where we get our passion fruits from. We currently probably have about 10 passion fruit plants, but this is the biggest. We are starting another structure on a different bed, which we are going to show you as we go along. Yeah, so next to the passion fruit, we have another bed that has spring onions, some strawberries, and bulb onions that we just transplanted. So you had already seen those crops, but I wanted to show you the other crops that we have. We have pomegranate. These are 2 pomegranates. We have 3 of them on the farm. So we have these 2 here. They've been flowering for the first time. We are yet to see any fruits. A lot of flowers have just been dropping. Not sure why, but we are looking forward to harvesting our very first pomegranates from the farm. So we have 3 pomegranate plants. And in between the pomegranate, we planted this amaranth. Very wide leaves. So we planted this amaranth here. We have about, probably say like 15 crops altogether. So the idea was to remove the amaranth plants from this bed. You can see we have quite a number here. So we transplanted most of them to outside the bed. So that's what we are expecting to be harvesting from. This is what we've been eating. This is one of our main sources of vegetables, the amaranth, which we mix with the collard greens because they are not yet sufficient to eat by themselves. So ideally, all this amaranth will not have it on this bed. So we have quite a bit of space on this bed to plant something. I thought we'd do groundnuts here, but we'll see. We've not yet managed to do anything on this bed here. So that's why we let the amaranth just continue growing up to the point where we get something else to plant on this bed. So you can see on this area, there's a lot of amaranth. Then next to the amaranth, we have these 3 tomatoes. Look at that. Look at that. So I'm quite surprised. This looks strange. It looks like they're turning red, but this is usually a yellow tree tomato. I'm not sure whether there's been some. The fruits look like they're going to turn red, which is strange. These are yellow tree tomato. We've harvested yellow tree tomatoes from here before. Maybe I missed that stage last time, but it looks as if they are turning red, which is very strange. But these are yellow tree tomato. Currently has quite a number of fruits, maybe 50 fruits. We actually do have another tree tomato plant here. You can see it here, which we don't know whether it's yellow or the red variety. We have both the yellow and the red variety on the farm. You saw me harvesting the red variety, which is almost fully ripened, and then this is the yellow variety. This one we are not quite sure about it. Yes. So next to that tree tomato, we have one of our citrus fruit trees. On this area of the farm, we have about 5 or 6 of them. We bought a mix of tangerines, oranges, and what else? Yeah, and we are not sure, and pixies. So we are not sure which trees are which. So we will wait and see once they produce some fruit. We've struggled there. We've struggled a lot with citrus trees. Actually, this is the biggest. They should all be this size by now, but a lot of them end up drying, then starting afresh. So most of them probably are at this level, but this is the biggest. They should all be like this. They were planted at the same time. So on this same bed, we have quite a number of leeks. We are still transplanting our leeks, but these are the biggest so far. So we'll have quite a number of leeks on the farm. Maybe I could add some more on this bed or in other beds, but we do have quite some space to use on this bed. So these are leeks, and we have a bit of spring onions, which were there before. So at the end of it all, we'll remove the spring onions and just have the leeks here. Yeah, so next to this bed, we have this amazing bed with a lot of strawberries. These are the 2 plants I was talking about that have given us all the strawberries on the farm. So I can see here we have a lot of fruits which we are going to harvest. Not a lot because we harvest every day. Oh wow. Oh, look at this. This is what we are dealing with currently. Something is really messing up our strawberries. But all in all, we still get to harvest. But we need to deal with that issue before it becomes a big problem for us with all this. Oh my goodness, look at this big one. Then look at that. I don't know why it's nibbling, or they're just nibbling a few strawberries instead of just eating one and finishing it. Anyway, that was a big one. Let me look for some more. Usually get like a handful every day. This one is also nibbled, unfortunately. Oh my. Today's harvest, almost all the strawberries have issues, especially the big ones. So you can see we have a lot of fruits that we are waiting to harvest from all these strawberries. So many fruits. And we've been getting so many fruits that we are waiting to harvest. Let me get rid of this. We'll give this to our chicken. If you've dealt with this issue before, please help us out. It's a new issue, and it started the moment it started producing a lot of strawberries. But I can see quite a lot of fruits that are yet to ripen, and we still have flowers, a lot of flowers being produced by these crops. Next to the bed that we just showed you for strawberries, we have this one with a lot of spring onions. It has some lettuce, this small lettuce, and then we also have some cauliflower. This one is due for harvest. I've been meaning to harvest it for a very long time. So we have this cauliflower. We didn't plant a lot of cauliflower this season because I think we have about less than 10 plants on this area of the farm. So 3 of the plants are here, and then the rest are on other beds. So we have, on this same bed, we have these passion fruit plants. We'll run a structure here that will support them. Then we can do, currently there are only 2, and then 1 from this other bed. So we'll probably have about maybe 5 more. We can transplant from other areas. So we'll have like 5 plants on this area. So we'll do a small structure on this bed as well to support these passion fruit plants. Now, so on top of everything that we've shown you, we still have some more crops. You can see this pepper plant here. You can see this one. So of this variety, we only have two plants. And then we have the smaller variety. It has a name, I just forgot it. It has the tiny ones. We have so many of them, probably over 10 plants on different beds on the farm. And we use them on different beds just so that they can act as a deterrent to some pests. But of this kind, we only have 2. Then you can see we have a lot of spring onions. And next to the bed with spring onions, we have this Hass avocado. Currently, it's the only one on the farm. The only Hass avocado that we have. Yeah, and we are yet to get fruits from this Hass avocado, but we're eagerly waiting for that. So the next crop I'm going to show you is collard greens. You can see, I think you've seen them on multiple beds. We have a lot of collard greens. We use them together with our amaranth and our pumpkin leaves. I'm not sure we've seen the pumpkin plants, but we use pumpkin leaves, amaranth, and collard greens. So by the way, we've tried to grow cabbage so many times on this farm. We've succeeded a few times. I'm not sure it's the variety of seeds that we are using, but we've at least succeeded in growing collard greens, cauliflower, and I believe they are in the same family. So I'm not sure why cabbage is not doing the way we expect it to do. I've seen other farmers nearby who have actually some very healthy cabbage. So I believe we'll also figure that out because we do have a bit of space where we can do some cabbages for our family. Yeah, so next to some other collard greens, we have these other arrowroots. So you've seen we have quite a number of arrowroot plants on the farm, and they do very well. You've seen how big the arrowroots, how big our arrowroots are when we harvest them. So these is where we've been transplanting most of our arrowroots from, because this is where we initially planted arrowroots. We get a lot of suckers from this place. So this is where we transplant them from when they become excess, and also looking forward to harvesting a lot of arrowroots. So next to that plant, next to those arrowroot plants, we have another bed that has been coming up. So this is our mint. So this is our mint. Uh, this is our mint. So it's in this bed. We have all this mint that we've been growing, and as we've said previously, we are definitely going to be drying this mint because it's in excess of what we use on a daily basis. Then next to the mint, we have this sweet banana plant, which has got a beautiful sucker already. So we're also looking, we've not harvested sweet bananas on the farm before. We've only harvested green bananas, several of them, but we're looking forward to getting our first sweet bananas from these 2 plants. So I forgot to show you, we have some rosemary herbs. This is the biggest. It's next to one of our green banana plants. And from this rosemary, we've also been able to reproduce about 5 more. So we have 5 more that are coming up. Uh, Rosemary, you can use it in a lot of things, tea, in your food. So we do have this one. I think when the others get big, we'll also start drying the rosemary because now it will be too much. For now, this one plant has been sufficient for all our needs. So now on the fence, we have this passion fruit plant. I believe it's the yellow passion fruit. That's what we were told by whoever gave us this plant. It's only one, but it's not produced fruit. But you can see how healthy it's looking. So we are going to probably get the first fruits from this very soon. So we are looking forward to that. And the next to, just along the same fence, we have these grapes. Now, we used to have two grapes plants, one dried kabisa. This one, it keeps drying and coming back. And right now it looks very healthy. It looks as though this one is going to do very well eventually. But we've really struggled with the grapefruits plant, the grapes plants. We struggled with them a lot because this is their what? I think second year or something. They kept drying even when we water them. It was just a mix of things. We are not understanding what was going on with this plant, but the other one dried completely. We have this plant that we are looking forward to get grapes from. So we hope that you enjoyed today's video. We've enjoyed harvesting from our self-sufficiency farm, and we hope that you've gained something from how we've mixed everything up on our farm, growing several crops on a very small piece of land to feed our family. And it's just the beginning of I can say it's the beginning of the season because it's now started raining consistently. So the food that you've seen will even be healthier come the next few weeks, and we obviously are going to take you along as our journey. We're going to show you the progress as we harvest new things on the farm, as we grow new things on the farm, as we harvest the existing. And we really hope that you enjoyed today's video. Remember, this is the best self-sufficiency channel that you can come across, and we always love interacting with you in the comment section. So be sure to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next video. Bye-bye.